We have a lot of information to cover, so I'm going to try and keep this as short and sweet as possible. When we break down the sale of real estate into its simplest form, there are 4 factors that will, not maybe, not might, but will affect the sale price of your home and the time it spends on the market. Before we get started, let's take a quick moment to review these. Condition. When I talk about condition, it's not marble floors, granite countertops, and high-end fixtures. Of course, these items help sell a home, but they are far from a requirement. When I talk about condition, I'm referring to things like well-maintained, clean and organized, bright and cheerful. Let's pretend for a moment you were looking for a new car. You went to the dealer, they had 2 brand new cars that were completely identical, except one had just been freshly detailed, all shiny and fresh smelling. The other one had been sitting in the back of the dealer's lot, dirty and unwashed. Someone had left the sunroof open, and instead of that fresh new car smell, it smelled more like mold and mildew. Which one would any sane person pick? Yeah, the clean, well-kept one, obviously. It works the same way with your home. If you don't detail your home, it's going to cost you money every single time. So who controls the condition of the home? The seller or the realtor? Yeah, the seller. Access. Access is the most overlooked but arguably one of the most important components of getting your home sold. And here's the best part. It doesn't cost you a dime. Without easy access for showings, not only will you not receive top dollar for your home, it might not sell at all. Still, I see it every day. People losing out on the sale because the buyer just can't get in to see the property. Folks, this buyer isn't just bored one Saturday afternoon and decides, hey, I'm going to contact a realtor and lock myself in a car with them all afternoon because I don't have anything better to do. These people have spent a great deal of time researching homes, searching the internet, and have probably even driven by your home already. And out of all the houses out there for sale, they want to see yours. This is good news. In today's world, people are busier than ever and schedules are tight. So once they've coordinated all their schedules just to get to the door, it's imperative that you, the seller, allow them to get through the door. Look at all the big retail stores like Walmart and Best Buy. Do you think they spend millions of dollars on advertising every year only to keep their customers locked out? No. After they spent all that money to attract the customer, they do one very simple thing. They unlock their doors. So who controls the access? The realtor or the seller? Yeah, the seller. Sure, I can provide you the tools to allow the easy access, but it's up to the seller to allow it. Price. Everyone knows this one, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. 20 years ago, when the MLS was in binders the size of a New York City phone book, consumers couldn't possibly see all the information that was out there. That's a thing of the past. Today's buyers have more information at their fingertips than ever before, and it all fits inside one tiny little smartphone. With this little device, a buyer can see exactly what nearby homes are listed for and what they sold for, even what some computer way out in California thinks it's worth. All in about 30 seconds while their GPS tracks them as they drive around town and shows them what nearby houses are for sale. Bottom line is, you cannot outmarket an overpriced listing. I could do a halftime show during the Super Bowl, it's not going to matter. Your home will not sell if it's overpriced for the current market. The number one way to get top dollar for your home is to get more than one buyer interested at the same time. Nothing drives the price up quicker than a multiple offer scenario. And the best way to attract multiple buyers is to price the home accurately for the current market. So who determines the sale price of a home? Some of you might have said the seller, but the seller determines the list price. The market determines the sale price. It's my job as a realtor to show you what price the market supports through recently closed, pending, and active listings in your area. It's a simple but absolute fact. No buyer is going to pay more for a product when there's a comparable product down the street for less money. Exposure. This is the area the realtor has the control. And if you want top dollar for your home, he or she better excel in this area. Sales is a numbers game, plain and simple. The more buyers your realtor can attract and get through the front door, the better your chances of getting your home sold. However, most agents, for some reason, haven't taken the time to study a buyer and understand what attracts them to view a particular listing or develop a great marketing plan. I know this because if they did, their listings would not look the way they do. Exposure is only the first step of the process, but I will get into more details of that later in this presentation.